Hey everyone, listen up because there are some really big changes happening right now with SNAP and Medicaid. If you're one of the nearly 100 million people on either of these programs, or even both, this is something you absolutely need to know about. These changes aren't some far-off plan, they're starting literally as we speak. I've got the details here in an article I'll put up on the screen for you, but don't worry, I'm going to break down the most important parts so you don't have to dig through all of it. I'm not here to scare anyone. But let's be real, a lot of people are going to get caught off guard by this if they don't pay attention. So let's make sure you're not one of them. Now, when I say SNAP, I'm talking about the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, what a lot of people just call food stamps or EBT. That program alone has about 42 million people enrolled. Medicaid, on the other hand, has around 71 or 72 million, with some overlap between the two. Combined, that's around 100 million people, just massive. First, let me quickly shout out Anthony Raymond. He's one of the 3,000 people who's called that team of trusted advisors for help with his Medicare plan. If you're on Medicare too, seriously, give them a call. They're finding people better coverage at a lower cost. Some folks are saving over $1,100 on average after just a short call. It's totally free. No sales pitch. I don't make anything off it. I just think if there's free help that can save you money, you should know about it. Okay, back to the big news. Let's talk SNAP first. The new legislation plans to cut about $295 billion from SNAP over 10 years, so roughly $29.5 billion less per year. That's going to push about 3.2 million people off the program entirely. From about 42.2 million enrolled now, that number will drop closer to 39 million. One of the biggest changes? They're capping the cost of living adjustments. Most people don't even realize SNAP has a COLA like Social Security does, but it does. And now they're going to limit it, which will save them another $35 billion over 10 years. But here's the real kicker, the work requirements. This is the part getting a lot of questions. The new rule is that able-bodied adults without dependents, what they call ABWD, between ages 18 and 64 will need to do 80 hours a month, so about 20 hours a week, of work, job training, education, or volunteering to stay on SNAP. If you have a disability, you're exempt. But here's the big change on dependents. Previously, you were exempt from work requirements if you had a child under 18. That's gone. Now, only those with dependents aged 6 or younger are exempt. So if your kid is 7 or older, you're not exempt anymore. That's a huge shift, and a lot of people are going to be surprised when they find out they no longer qualify for the exemption. Let's talk Medicaid for a second. It's similar, but the rules are a bit different. For Medicaid, the work requirements will be for able-bodied adults without dependents aged 19 through 64. And the age cutoff for what counts as a dependent is different. For Medicaid, it's 13 and under. So if your child is 14 or older, you're no longer exempt from the work requirements. So side by side, for SNAP, a dependent is 6 and under. For Medicaid, it's 13 and under. Above those ages, you don't count as having a dependent for exemption purposes. And there's more. They're expecting roughly 10 million people to lose Medicaid coverage once these rules go into effect. That would bring enrollment from the low 70 million range down to around 61 or 62 million. And they're adding a new $35 copay on some services. Right now, many people pay nothing or maybe $1 to $3. That's a big increase. This is a huge shakeup, possibly the biggest overhaul these programs have ever seen. A lot of people are going to be hit hard by this, so I just want you to be informed. I don't make the rules. I'm just here to explain them. Believe me, if I wrote the rules, things would look very different. And back to Anthony for a second. Thank you again for reaching out and letting me know how that call helped you. For anyone else on Medicare, if you do call that number and get help, let me know in the comments. Just write the word chapter in your comment so I can find it, and I'd love to give you a shout out in a future video. Seriously, there's nothing for sale here. It's totally free. They'll look through 20,000 plans to find the best fit for you. Whether you're on a supplement plan, Medigap, Part D, or Medicare Advantage, whatever it is, they'll help you find something better if they can. It costs you nothing. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss updates like this. Also, please share this video with anyone you know on SNAP, Medicaid, or Medicare. Let's make sure people know what's coming so they're not blindsided. Hit the like button, share it out, and check out the other videos on the channel for more details. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.